So we've got Nottinghamshire County on the Berkshire station in the green and whites that you can see on the right of the picture, and this is just coming off Temple Island up at the start against Edinburgh University and Newcastle University on the Buck station. And they, as you can clearly see there, have had the better of the start, so 3/4 of a length up already, Edinburgh and Newcastle, and that's a good early start from them. They've obviously got it absolutely right off the start pontoon, and they move to a length clear. So that's a terrific start in the Edinburgh and Newcastle boat.
Yeah, doing a lot of the early running. Two of the finest university programs in the country coming together to form this quad. A lot of under 23 talent, and by that I mean sort of students who are plying their trade respectively at Edinburgh and Newcastle. And you can see here they are doing the early running against Nottinghamshire County Rowing Association.
So we're moving down the course to the live action. Edinburgh University and Newcastle continue to pour on the pressure against Nottinghamshire County. More than the length clear in the Nottinghamshire County boat there. You can see Anna Shaw in the stroke seat, Emily Bell, Karen Unset and Johanna Christoph in the bow seat. All in their early 20s, bar Emily Bell in 3, who's just 19. And Karen Unset specifically requested that we give a shout out to her newly born niece, Ingborg. So we're going to do that. Congratulations on your safe arrival. Karen with a little bit of an off-water distraction there in the Nottinghamshire County boat. Edinburgh University and Newcastle University. The Knott's boat.
Wonderful story, that Nottinghamshire County Rowing Association. Declan Gamble's done a marvellous job in reinvigorating that club. They went through a bit of a hiatus but re-established in the mid part of last decade, and now bringing crews to bear at the top level at Henley Royal Regatta, the Princess Grace, for open women's quad sculls. They will be delighted to have a crew in the main draw, and although it's looking like they're not going to be able to find parity with this Edinburgh Newcastle composite, it's wonderful to see them here competing at Henley Royal Regatta, and they'll continue to grow and develop and evolve as a club under Declan. As I say, is doing a fantastic job in just cultivating talent in the Midlands for rowing. But as you say, Edinburgh, Newcastle, these girls have come together with one sort of thought in mind, and that's to rise or go as far through the Princess Grace as possible. Some of the best and most compelling under 23 talent in the country. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this crew progresses through the regatta.
So Edinburgh University and Newcastle University just edged out a little bit too much into the middle of the water briefly there, but seem to be well organised, and they continue to lead this one. Competition has only been in existence since 2001, relatively recently, compared to a lot of these historic competitions. The Princess Grace Challenge Cup is a more modern introduction to this regatta. And Nottinghamshire County, you just mentioned it, Tom, they are hanging on in this race, aren't they?
Absolutely. Yeah, I was about to say to you, Tim, I think the composite from Edinburgh Newcastle jumped out to about a length at the end of the island, and they've probably only gained another length since then, and we're approaching the enclosures. So actually this is a dogged display from Nottinghamshire County Rowing Association. I don't think they're going to have enough to overturn the deficit, but considering they were a length down at the end of the island, they've managed to stay vaguely in touch here.
I'm not sure the Edinburgh Newcastle boat will be especially grateful for Nottinghamshire's doggedness, because they have had to fight their way down and spend a bit more energy than some others may have to today. They've definitely had a sterner test. They've actually kept their rate up, haven't they? They haven't been able to relax and paddle up to the finish line as they might have hoped, having come off Temple Island with such a good advantage. They've stayed fairly consistent, that lead throughout.
There's nothing more frustrating if you're the leading crew and you feel like you want to have that moment just to relax and conserve some energy, and your opposition just won't go away. Credit to Nottinghamshire here.
They haven't been shaken off, but as they go past the camera there, you get a good idea of the length of the lead in front of Stewards. Heading for the finish line. Good work. Hannah Supple, Megan Knight, Molly Curry and Rachel Bradley will head over the line now. Plenty of previous Henley Royal Regatta experience in that boat, so highly rated coming into this. And Princess Grace Challenge Cup, they can move into the next round. Princess Grace. Edinburgh and Newcastle beating Notts County.